Hi, my name is Josh. I'm a student at JTech. Today we're going to go over the inspection and disassembly and reassembly of a hydraulic cylinder and piston. As you see before me, we have our piston and cylinder assembly. First thing you want to do is you want to inspect the body. Look for any major damage such as cracks, breaking, fractures, which on this one, with the exception of a little bit of paint peeling and scratches, is a pretty decent condition. Then what you want to do, you can start pulling components apart. You can pull the line plugs out. This way, whenever you get them out, you can inspect your line holes, check the threading, ensure that the threading is in good condition. It's not cross-threaded, it's cracked, damaged, or has excessive debris in it. In order to do that, normally you would use a 24mm socket. For time's sake, we had it already loosened. Also, you can use this 15mm for these bolts right here, which is the next step. Take your 15mm, loosen it up, and you remove these bolts very easily, ensuring not to bend them excessively or damage them in the removal process. As you pull them out, you want to inspect each and every one for damaged threads, cross-threading, or cracks or major damage, or rounded heads. Alright, now that those are out, you want to remove your end. And as you remove it, you want to inspect the holes that the bolts went into for any damage to the threading or any contamination. You also want to inspect your seal, your O-ring, the body, and the internals of this end. As you can see here, there's a little bit of heat damage. Therefore, it may need replacement somewhere in the near future. As for the seals and O-ring, the O-ring and seals look really good condition. No major damage to them, cracking or tearing. So overall, this component is in decent condition. Next thing you want to do is you want to remove your cylinder off of your piston. Inspect your cylinder body for any major damage. Again, inspect the edges for any major cracks or damage. Inspect the inside for cracks, debris, or major corrosion or damage. Then you want to come over here to your piston itself. You want to inspect the O-rings and seals to ensure that they're in decent condition. There's no major damage here. The seals all look good. Traditionally, when you inspect them, if they're in good condition, you may be able to reuse them, but it's usually preferred that you completely replace the O-rings. Now you're going to check your shaft and ensure there's no damage. As you can see here, we do have some damage. A little bit of pitting on this side, and a little bit of pitting here. Due to this, you're going to replace this rod because of the potential for more wear and for it to break in half. Because, yes, you can see it, but you can't see how much damage is done to the internal side of it. And you're going to come down to this side here after you've inspected that, check the O-ring and seal here for any damage or wear or major corrosion. You also want to check inside these holes where the bolts come through for any damage, cracking, or wear. Again, check the threads here where the lines go in, and check this end of your rod. You also want to check your bolt here, check the head of the nut and the bolt itself, ensure your threading all here is in good condition. Make sure you have a little bit of free spin so you can manage to do what you need to do. And now that you've done that, you've successfully inspected the hydraulic cylinder and piston. Now you want to reinstall it to ensure that it's put back together properly. So by doing that, you just go reverse of how you pulled it apart. Slowly install the cylinder body back on, being cautious not to damage the seals. Push down as you hear it click, That means that it's back together. Now, you want to leave a little bit of space here so you can get this end on. By doing so, lift up, slowly twist until it slides into place. Now that it's back together, the next step would be to reinstall your pins. Turn it, carefully do it, ensure you do not cause any major damage. Make sure that it's even, otherwise you risk cross-threading the threads here because of the going in at an angle. Easiest way to do it would be use your fingers, get it as tight as you can before you absolutely need to use a wrench. But do not tighten it all the way, that way you have a little bit of movement in case you need to adjust while installing the other bolts. Now that these have been installed, you would finish tightening them and then torque them to the specific numbers that the manufacturer specifies for this component. Now you also come over and reinstall your plugs if you're not putting it back on the system. This way it maintains its internal condition and keeps debris out of the cylinder. Also keeps the threads from being damaged. And there you have it. Now your component's back together, it's been inspected, and then you make your decision based off what you've seen, if you need to replace it or reinstall it into the system. That's my video. Thank you for watching.